Ken Wilbur has done wonderful service to the world, introducing consciousness studies. The other day I was watching one of the videos that he is able to put himself through an experiment. He was connected to an EEG machine and then show that how the beta waves are related to the thinking process. The alpha waves more alert stages of consciousness, relaxed state, and delta more like a deep, a dreamless sleep state. And this you can see on the screen, on the monitor. If you are clouded, confused, it's all beta waves. And this is a very important thing to know. The TM people have done a lot of research on that to relate brain waves to conscious states of mind, and how when you are more relaxed and more calm, then you create more coherent waves. However, there is a very important question, and that is these brain waves or even psychological results are not going to do a lot of help. They can produce a very relaxed state of mind, or even may give you more intelligence. I want to give you two examples of giants in spirituality. One is Sri Aurobindo. Sri Aurobindo spent his entire life in trying to make the body immortal, to bring the light to those worlds so that the human race can evolve to the next level. See, he locked himself up for 40 years, coming out once in 4 months. He wrote a lot of things about his own discovery. But then his body was deteriorating, becoming old, and then finally he died. One of his realizations was these psychological things can give you maybe a psychological enlightenment, if you will. But there is no enlightenment for the body, because the body seems to follow a different path, if you will. So then you have to ask the question, is there a way that the body and the psychology can evolve at the same time, so that when you have a psychological enlightenment, you will also have the enlightenment of the body? Aurobindo said that he was personally interested in Swami Ramalingam, that was my previous birth, who was able to do that. The second example that I am going to refer to, who had some sort of a psychological enlightenment, is Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi spent his entire life doing only one meditation. He did not care for God or anything. He only cared only for one thing, that is to ask the question, who am I? So all his meditations and all he taught centered around this question of asking, who am I? Who am I? Recently somebody showed me in India some of his the bus tickets that he had used. He used to write on the back of the bus tickets, who am I, who am I, who am I? That is being collected now for his museum in his ashram. So he was very honest about it, but then what happened was that he developed cancer, a very painful cancer. He wrote in pain, that a lot of documentation on it, and died. So the physical challenge is always there about the body. If the body has its own path of evolution, if so, what is it? That's why I recommend the Siddha tradition, which is my own tradition, which recommends that physical enlightenment, or the body enlightenment, and the mind enlightenment should go hand in hand. Otherwise, one will be deluding oneself. The Siddhas of my tradition are so uncompromising on their attitude to enlightenment. The enlightenment should be both physical as well as mental. Otherwise, it will be a delusion. So you have to read the Tamil Siddhas. They just found many, many ways of evolving the body to come to the level of the spirit. There are herbs, there are mantras, there are practices with light techniques that they employed to evolve the body simultaneously. I think the method of the Siddhas is really the complete package, represents a complete package for body and mind enlightenment.